Hi everyone, it's Marina. I wanted to show you some more ways to alter book pages because I have a ton of them and I wanted to use them. I have made some envelopes and this, what I did here is a little different than what I was doing before. Is actually a lot different. I didn't use any book pages, or sorry, I didn't use any napkins. I used Distress ink and gosh, what is it? Gesso. So this is how to alter your book pages with gesso and stamping. So if you wanted to do this, you could. It's really fun. I have these pages that are still signatures, and I just gessoed them. Let me put this here so you can see it. I put some gesso over it, but this I kind of just dry brushed. I didn't want it all completely gessoed. So this would be so you can write on the page. I want it to be able, like, in my head, I want it to be so that I can write on the book page and still see all the cool stuff that's on the book page. So, and I thought, hey, how cool would it be if I could just add some more cool images? And I did. I just stamped some stuff on here. So, that's that one. I used a series of stamps. This one I messed up and stamped it upside down on accident. I thought it was a single page, and I was going to turn it into an envelope, but it was a signature page, and I accidentally stamped upside down, but I still like it. So this is using Distress inks and gesso. This is what I did. So I will be showing you a process of that if you're interested, and then you can go ahead and stamp on it after you have everything where you want it and how you want it. Maybe you don't just want stamps on here. Maybe you want to add because these pages are already coffee dyed, and then I went ahead and put some gesso on them, and then I distressed the edges in the colors that I had chosen. I will show you all that, and then I went ahead and started stamping on them. So it's really easy, and it's actually pretty fast as long as you're not like layering on a whole bunch of gesso. It dries pretty quickly, and so don't have to wait very long. It's not like if you're Mod Podging. This is another one. I just put some gesso down here and left this part blank, and then I put some stamps. And again, I gessoed this whole entire page, and this one I just gessoed down here. And there's this one. The idea would be that, for me, why I did this, like I said, is so that you'd be able to see the book pages when you put it in a journal, as well as write on it. I wanted to be able to write on these book pages without having too much trouble seeing through. I wanted what I wrote to stand out more. So, because I really like the book pages, and I thought that'd be cool. It looks so good in a journal, but I also wanted to be able to not struggle with where am I going to write now? So that's that one. So I left some of them blank, like I said. I'm going to probably turn the ones blank into pockets, which I haven't done yet. But if you wanted to do more than just this, say you put your gesso on it, you distressed it, then you did your stamping. You're like, I still want some more on there. Go ahead and add some washi tape. Go ahead and add some lace. Go ahead and add some paper flowers. Go add some die cuts, whatever you want to put on here. It's open season, really. You can just go and do whatever you want to do. So I'll show you a few things that I did when I was making these. Okay, and I am going to tell you beforehand that if you want your images to appear right side up, and you have a book page and you're like, I'm going to fold this into an envelope, but I want my words to line up the way they're supposed to, all you do is stamp them like you normally would. Stamp them. Put your stamps on here right side up with the words right side up. Okay? And the only time you need to flip it around is when you're about to fold it. I will give you an example. Okay, so see here? All of my stamps and all my words line up how they're supposed to. They're all right side up. But how am I going to get it to face right side up when I fold the envelope? All I'm going to do is flip it upside down. And then I want this on the other side. So I'm going to fold it like that. See, that's all you do. And your words appear the right way. And then you have, well, I would put this up more. So there. So if I would fold it here, I would flip it back down, put my glue on these edges right here, and then fold this down. So I have my envelope and everything's facing the correct direction. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions and you're still not clear on it, let me know. That's basically all you got to do to get these images to face the correct way. Do not stamp them on upside down unless your paper is blank. It really doesn't matter if your paper is blank and you stamp them on the right way. All you got to do is turn it upside down. So that's it for that. This one I did distressing, and then I put some water on it, and it gave it that little effect there, but you'll see that in the video. I decided to distress this whole page with the after I dry brushed the gesso on, and it comes out with a really neat effect, especially after you add some water. This one I just left alone. I may go through and add some washi tape or some other decorations. I'm not sure yet, but I do like them. I like how they turned out. They look kind of grungy. They look really, some of them look really grungy, and I like that look for certain journals. This one is more vintagey, and I didn't distress this one very much. I think I used an antique linen for this one, so it looks just like it's old. Didn't really change much at all, but I like the way it looks. This one is one that didn't change much at all because all I did was put some gesso on. It's already coffee dyed, so it already looks aged, and I just did some stamping, so you don't have to distress it at all if you don't want to. And it still looks great. Okay,
place above. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see. Floating away with you in the backseat of my car. We're timeless, sailing through, but tonight, no, we can't go far. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally breathe. And I know it cannot last, but at last I can finally see.